Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny. If you hear new, hit subscribe buttons and notification bell so you can never miss any our incredible content. Accept Node.js backend API as well as app API inside. Today we need to create here the are related to APIs. You need to develop first of all. So need to add, update, deletes and list API for the admin sites. We need to create. Let's start how to create this API. First of all, so we need to creates here the new controllers for the car controllers. Creates need to first of all the copy this all data and to create new files as I need to give this here the names as car controllers .js like the give this here names and to paste these codes. Also need to remove codes. You need to remove here. So here that like and also need to checking. So need to first of all verify the access tokens are valid or not. So need to add down here methods. Check here helper object. Then after response required validation steps need to codes. Let's see here. Now helper dot dlogs methods and to print here just tokens and set here. Also need to check here parameters for the headers or the check parameters past here the request object give this here the header object. After need to check here the access tokens parameters. Now need to also here the callback methods at this set. Now we need to fire here the db opens here the database and load these tables here and to go inside the user tables need to go inside the login get user id first date with this call and now need to get the paste this here this codes and now need to get this here the checking for the data available or not. Now need to pass here the this tokens pass here header object tokens need to call this here check here status check here is set and to return here the name address channel mobile number locations the types is blog page status so returns here and to call this like here not gets here here also now need to print this response here because we need to verify this work print these results. After need to check this here the gets here results, otherwise not gets here returns here the response or JSONs. Else else copy, and now need to paste this here, and now need to set this here the message access denied unauthorized like this check here, and also need to set or 04 returns. Now need to check here the required tabs. Need to specify this access or this user types. This one response. Return this response here. Now need to check here if required type equal to result user type parts. With this here, paste this here. Now we need to return these callbacks like this. Need to create here the functions, and now need to create here the admin API for the add brands, car brands. Need to develop here one by API for the admin sites. Now we need to create here the functions for the add brands. Here car brand callback just here. Calls here the DB query. First of all, need to select this data and to check inside the database. This is brands already available or not. Need to check this here. First of all, need here have to go inside the brand table. Select the SQL query. Select query. We need to write down here the copy query and to paste this here. That's also need to set here the brand ID, brand name. Set and we need to pass this our brand and to uppercase methods. We need to call this here for the always get here uppercase, otherwise ignore case like this issue inside the database duplicating possibility. That's why it's always the uppercase. Set the check results and also insert with the uppercase like this. Sets here the, and now need to check here the is get here the any errors. Then we to throw here these errors, not response end, but we to only throw, and we to return these functions. If we need to get here the results length more than 0, else parts not gets need to add new car. Like this. Let's see here. Now need to create here the insert query and to write down here. Suppose for this here. Copy here this query db write down. Need to remove this status as well as the value. No needs here the question mark. This here our brand and to set this here. And to set here the conditions, if gets here any errors, need to throw these errors and we need to return this callback. What gets any errors? Call these methods here. Done. Callback. As a result, we need to pass this here, return this here. Right. Now we need to if here checks here the exist, but we need to not check the deleteds or nots. We need to first of all the update this data. First of all, we need to write down here the db query. Also here updates table names like this here our brand. And this here so to methods to call this here and set here by date is equal to need to set here case conditions. You need to apply here the when is status is equal to 2 then false here. Now else need to set here the same as dots. I need to give here returns here and also here and methods, and after need to set here the status column that like this here the value. Now need to copy against this value. If deleted, then we to set here the 0 and to again approve. Otherwise, you need that the same status value need to this here return. Conditions you need to set this here. Also need to set here the where conditions to set here the car ID set this here, and to set this here the 0 brand ID, need to set this here like this value, and we need to set this here the errors and return results like this sets here, and to set this here need to pass this here. Now need to check here if errors, then to throw these errors, and so need callback return this value. Need to pass here dot brand ID, need to returns like this sets here the car uh, car brand sets like these functions need to call these here. Also need to create here the another functions need to call. See here. Copy these functions, and same as we need to create for the brand models, car model add, and to pass here the car ID, and after need to pass here car model. Let's see here these functions, and now need to check inside the query for the inserting for the models. Select these tables and to select insert query. Now need to copy here and to paste this here. Give this model names and seats. Car seats. Pass this here seat its value, and now need to also one query we need to set brand ID, and like this sets. Now we need to pass this brand ID here, car models uppercase, then after need to set here the seat value, need to this here like this returns here the if exist like this query. If you not exist, so now need to insert query, we need to fire here. First of all, need to get here the insert query, unused codes need to remove here like this. Put this value here and to this here. Now need to set here. Now need to pass as a seat. Then after need to pass this here. Car brand. To rename this car brand. ID. Remove this and RID wrong typo. Not use any brand ID. A mistake here. And so need to get here the results, then so need to return this results with the result ID, need to return here, And now need to update this query. You need to write down here. Suppose need to also here the words as db is set here. Now need to give this here the car model tables here. As a CM, and on methods need to call this here the and id is equal to what brand id is set here, and to now need to call this sets methods as a need to pass here brand figures. Also need to check this here the status. Then after need to check this here the status like this sets here. Also need to copy and this way. Paste this here and replace with here the like this sets here the value. And now need to pass here the brand id here sets, and to pass here the like this sets here, and this set query or update query need to call this here. Also need to return this model id here like this calls or the car model setting functions need to call this here. Now another functions need to develop for the car series heads here. Need to first of all the copy these car models and to paste this here, and now need to write down here the functions names as a series. Now need to pass here the line car series, give this here, and also need to replace here sheet. And now need to open here the again database. Now select here the car series and to go inside the SQLs and select query. You need to write down here. We need to copy this here and to replace with this here. Like this sets, and also need to check this here the and id model id and series names. Copy this car series here, set this here, I need to here ID, but this value is here with this replace, false here the uppercase, maybe you need to 0, which is good. Now we need to modify this query and add more inner joins. Need to add this here, all here, our series. Series it's like this past years. Also need to copy this here, these methods, paste this here. Now need to pass here cell. Like this set series and pass this here series. Like these methods are the for calling this here the add series. Need to call these methods here. Like these methods need to creating here. Now need to create here the admin API. Now need to first of all the app methods need to call this here. Creates here admin API admins, and to give this here the API as a brand list. Now need to pass here to response. This calls. Now need to create here the select query. Need to also here. First of all, so need to be here. This value this here. Here it's called and to also response. If not gets any results here, then to returns here the blank value. And copy this here, returns here payloads like this sets here, and also need to return this payloads as a results. Need to return this here for the brand list. Now need to save this here. Now need to create here the model list. Copy paste this here, and now need to create here the model list like this sets here, and to call here the guys to go inside the MySQLs and to write down here the query for the models query. Copy this here and to paste this here the also need to give this here the alias for these tables. See here, write down here. Car brands. Once methods need to call this here what that here and ID equal to need to pass here brand ID like this past years where conditions need to here the not equal to only to not equal as this here. Now need to set here like this brand name value and joins need to all these years and these methods are the equal to add here the all model list. Now verdicts need to add this here 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 0 and after this here it that here part all but it to needs after this data now need to same as here here paste this here series list. At this years now need to pass this here the R series Tables need seers. Copy this and to paste this value. Paste these seers. Now need to change this tables names. Pass this here. R series. Need to set the car model. Like this set seers as the model. And like this set seers. Now need to pass this for seers. All value and to this here. To this here on it unused. Also need to check here results dot for each you need to call this here. Check one by one store data. Equal to blank and need to pass this. Series names you need to name. Yes, sets here. Also we run these results like this set and save this here. Now we need to add scars API. We need to copy here. First of all, we need to new this here. Every API inside we need to check this results here. Access tokens requires class door. Add this needs to pass here and to spawn. Now need to see here checked. Also need to check here the required types as a parts like sets. Now need to copy these all functions and here. Cut this wall value and to set these functions. Forget this access token. Fine. Cut this sets here. Now need to methods for the adding car brands and models. Need to call here the API. Copy this here, add this here, and to give this here the API name car. First of all, need to check here the parameters needs required for the big query. Results objects need to see here helper dot nodes need to print this request body. Save this request, set this value body, save. That's now need to check helper check parameters and to see the response and to also here the callbacks methods. This key it to needs here the brand adapters model. Here possible the models as well as model ID as well as names, branch name, but we need to and here one status to manage adds new, otherwise already added. Like this sets here the now to this here the series. Other status need to maintain here sets. Now need to run this success. Also here now need to check here the here's variable for the response object and see success. This here and to here it's response and to get here car add else matches that here. Now need to call here here the check what bring this here this methods. Now need to pass this here value 0 then to spawn. Copy this here this value and to paste this here. If you here get 0, need to already all fields are the heads inside the database done. That's why I need to return here the success true. Here once and here the success message and this here's. If you get here the value once, hence need to not adds any brands and not models and not series. That's need adds inside the database. First of all, here the cars add models brands. All these functions and to response is a brand like this sets here and to result the result like this give this here the brand ID. Hunters need to get these results and to call here the another methods for the sets. This method also need to pass here the brand ID. Then up to got brand models need to pass this here and sits this here sits. Now need to get here the callbacks returns. Need to call here the model ID. And here gets after need to check here the add car series. Need to first of all brand ID after model ID. After need to pass this here the car series. Pass this here this series like this sets this case like new brand new model series. Add this times all these years and now need to return this year and to get here six and then after need to return here access methods need this years. Now we need to create another case. We need to develop this here. If you brand already inside the database but not new models need to add and new series, that's why I need to this method. First of all need to check this here case 2 here case this here sets. Now need to here the tabs need to add this here. First of all, also need to pass this here the add models API. Need to call this here remove the functions. Call this as a brands. Need to pass here brand ID. So, because need to get here inside the database. Here exist. Get this here this value. Then after need to check another status for status 3. Copy these years and see sets. This years and to see the models side like this and to see this methods and this is the calling this here and now this is the admin side add card brands. We need to turns. Now need to save this here. Another API I need to develop this Now need to create here another API for the delete this brand delete, and to use here the car ID, brand ID, car ID, required parameter. Check this years, search this year, needs here brand ID. Remove other parameters no needs, and also need to fire here the query. We need to need this here query, and need to paste this here, and need to pass here the change this here brand ID. There is two need to change here brand ID. Years. Now need to set this here first, then by dates. Let us as a now for the status for the accept this. Now runs also need to results selected row, zero, gets here here is here as well, and get here and message return. Now need to save these years this value. Now for the delete brands we need to call this here this API, and also need to same as we need to create here the delete models API. We need to develop these years, copy paste these years, and to name this API names as a, and also need to give this here the delete its years model ID years. Now need to also need to get the untables. Now need to at this path this years years save this years, save past this years. Now also need to copy again and for the series Add here series ID and here need this here the students like this sets years and to run these results now this deleted this all this also need to get this. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channel and press the notification icon. Get every new video notifications and some content. If you have any question, so please write down in the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.